Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 of the tile-based lighting tutorials. And in the last episode we got up to having an orange square on the screen. This episode I think we'll start drawing some tiles to the screen, maybe some grass tiles, so we can add some lighting over the top of that. So to do that we're going to create ourselves a new object called tile, and that's going to get rid of the comments again. Quite annoying when it does that. We're going to use all public variables, so I don't have to write the getters and setters, which I suggest you do use getters and setters, but just for this tutorial I'm going to use the public. So we need an x and a y. We need a public int size. We only need one variable for that. We don't need a width and a height because all our size tiles are going to be the same height and width. And we need a public image, and it's going to be a slick image, not any of these, so just import that. So we're going to create the constructor, which I can actually cheat a little bit, and you right click in IntelliJ, click generate and constructor, and we'll do all of those, and that's done it for us. You can do this in Eclipse and NetBeans, it just might be a little bit different. So let's create a public void update. Oh, sorry, oh my word. There we go. And a public void render. And the render is going to take in a graphics. Oh, there we go. The slick graphics variable. Let's do that. And we'll just call that G. Right. And what we want to do is each time we call render, we want to print the tile to the screen. So we're going to do g.draw image. And we want to render the image that's sent in with it, and we're going to draw it at the X and Y. Right, that is done. We'll come back to the update later on, but it's not needed at the moment. Okay. Also, when you're programming, use packages. I'm just kind of chucking it all in the same base package, but it's very untidy and things get out of control a lot. Right, the second thing we need to do is find an image of a piece of grass. I'm going to go to my documents and find a grass image. Here we go, and it's opened with paint, but oh well, this is my grass image. Just make a 64 by 64 in paint, draw some lines on it, and there's your image. So let's copy that, let's put it into our source file of the project we're working in, grass. And there you go, it's refreshed and we can view it in IntelliJ. Alright, play state. So every time add state's called, it's going to initialize the state. So in here we're going to load tiles. That's not a function, that's something we need to make ourselves. We're going to do private void load tiles. Okay. To hold our tiles, I'm thinking we're going to use an array list. Yeah, that sounds good. So we're going to do private array list, and we're going to give the array list, we're going to use tiles. There we go. Okay, there we go. So load tiles, it's going to come down here. So we need to initialize tiles as an array list, and then we're going to do a for loop, which will create tiles with how big the screen is. So we're going to go for int x equals 0. X is less than what do we call our main class? Lighting dot width, and then we're going to do x plus equals size. And down here I'm just going to create a int size. So this is going to be the size of our tiles. So that's working out the width, so going along, and now we need to do going down. So for int y equals 0. Ooh, there we go. Y is less than lighting dot height. Y plus equals size. Right. And that should be fine. So now we need to add a new tile to our tiles array list. So add tile to add new tile, and that needs to take in an x, a y, a size, and an image. Let's load the image up here. So private image, so it's a slick image. I'm going to call that grass. So in the init, let's just do this. We do grass equals new image, and we need to give it the location, and because it's in the same location or folder as the play state, we can just call grass.png. And that should be loaded in, so now we can just send in the grass. Right, beautiful, that's worked. So let's just print out the size of the tiles that we've just made. The what am I trying to say? The tile array list. There we go. Created tiles dot size tiles. So we created that many tiles. Let's see what this does. There we go. Beautiful. So it's created 240 tiles, but we're not printing that to the screen yet. Let's do that now. First, we get rid of our beautiful rectangle, and we're going to do a for each loop. So we're going to do for tile t, and use the colon in the array list. So what tiles? That will iterate through every tile in the tiles array list. So we're going to do t dot render and then pass the graphics. Done. We'll also add the same thing for the update class, but instead of rendering, we'll update. I know there's nothing in the update yet, but there will be soon. So let's run this. Beautiful. We've got an array of tiles with a horribly drawn grass. Thanks for watching, and the next episode we will actually chuck over some alpha values to create a nice lighting effect. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.